we kill it.
Crucifixes.
Daylight is a big one.
Hello and welcome to our channel Top Select 10. Get ready to be thrilled and chilled with our selection of top 10 new horror movies 2024. Dive into a world of terror and suspense as we bring you the latest spine-tingling releases that will keep you on the edge of your seat. From supernatural hauntings to psychological thrillers, this lineup promises to deliver unforgettable scares and heart-pounding moments. Join us on a journey through darkness and fear as we explore the darkest corners of horror cinema. Don't miss out on the excitement. Subscribe now and be the first to experience the terror of 2024's most anticipated horror films. Grab your popcorn, turn off the lights, and prepare for a night of pure horror. Number 10. Winnie the Pooh. Blood and Honey 2 is a British independent horror thriller film. Deep within the 100-acre wood, a destructive rage grows as Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger find their home and their lives endangered after Christopher Robin revealed their existence. Not wanting to live in the shadows any longer, the group decides to take the fight to the town of Ashdown, home of Christopher Robin, leaving a bloody trail of death and mayhem in their wake. Winnie and his savage friends will show everyone that they are deadlier, stronger, and smarter than anyone could ever imagine and get their revenge on Christopher Robin once and for all. Number 9. Cuckoo is a horror thriller film. Reluctantly, 17-year-old Gretchen leaves her American home to live with her father, who has just moved into a resort in the German Alps with his new family. Arriving at their future residence, they are greeted by Mr. Koenig, her father's boss, who takes an inexplicable interest in Gretchen's mute half-sister Alma. Something doesn't seem right in this tranquil vacation paradise. Gretchen is plagued by strange noises and bloody visions until she discovers a shocking secret that also concerns her own family. Number 8. Immaculate is an American psychological horror film. Convinced God has saved her for a reason, Cecilia, a virginal novitiate, renounces her former self to serve as a sister in an Italian convent. After all, she has spent half her life trying to explain the life-altering miracle. Instead, vivid nightmares and spine-chilling sights plant the sinister seed of doubt right after Cecilia takes her vows. And then unexplained morning sickness has everyone guessing. But they say God has a plan for everyone. In Cecilia's case, however, darkness has the last word. Number 7. The Moogai is an Australian feature horror film based on a short film of the same name, which premiered at the Sundance Film Festival in January 2024. A young Aboriginal couple have just had their first child, but what should be one of the happiest times in their lives turns to terror when Sarah starts seeing a malevolent spirit she believes is trying to take her baby. Her husband Fergus desperately wants to believe her, but as she becomes more unstable, he is increasingly concerned for the safety of their child. Is Sarah really being visited by a child-stealing spirit, or is she the biggest threat to their family's safety? Based on the award-winning short film, The Moogai explores postnatal depression, transgenerational trauma, and Australia's stolen generation. But it is also a story of the value of children and the power of family. Number 6. Sting is a horror thriller film. One cold, stormy night in New York City, a mysterious object falls from the sky and smashes through the window of a rundown apartment building. It is an egg, and from this egg emerges a strange little spider. The creature is discovered by Charlotte, a rebellious 12-year-old girl obsessed with comic books. Despite her stepfather Ethan's best efforts to connect with her through their comic book co-creation Fangirl, Charlotte feels isolated. Her mother and Ethan are distracted by their new baby and are struggling to cope, leaving Charlotte to bond with the spider. Keeping it as a secret pet, she names it Sting. As Charlotte's fascination with Sting increases, so does its size. Growing at a monstrous rate, Sting's appetite for blood becomes insatiable. Neighbors' pets start to go missing, and then the neighbors themselves. Soon Charlotte's family and the eccentric characters of the building realize that they are all trapped, hunted by a ravenous supersized arachnid with a taste for human flesh, and Charlotte is the only one who knows how to stop it. Number 5. The First Omen is an American supernatural horror film. A young American woman is sent to Rome to begin a life of service to the church, but encounters a darkness that causes her to question her faith and uncovers a terrifying conspiracy that hopes to bring about the birth of evil incarnate. I found The First Omen a decent horror flick. It's definitely a slow burn, so be prepared for building suspense rather than constant jump scares. The chilling atmosphere, unsettling moments, and creepy background score really worked for me. While the pace might be too slow for some, I appreciated the way the film gradually builds tension. It has genuine scares, fueled more by atmosphere than cheap tricks. If you enjoy a classic atmospheric horror experience, you might like this one. Don't go in expecting a fast-paced thrill ride. Instead, be prepared for a film that aims to unnerve you. It won't blow you away with originality, but for fans of old-school horror, The First Omen offers some solid chills. Number 4. Arcadian is an American action horror film. In the near future, normal life on Earth has been decimated. Paul and his two sons, Thomas and Joseph, have been living a half-life tranquility by day and torment by night. Every night after the sun sets, they face the unrelenting attacks of a mysterious and violent evil. One day, when Thomas doesn't return home before sundown, Paul must leave the safety of their fortified farm to find him. A nightmarish battle ensues that forces the family to execute a desperate plan to survive. Number 3. Abigail is an American horror comedy film directed by Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett from a screenplay written by Stephen Shields and Guy Busick. After a group of would-be criminals kidnap the 12-year-old ballerina daughter of a powerful underworld figure, all they have to do to collect a $50 million ransom is watch the girl overnight. In an isolated mansion, the captors start to dwindle, one by one, and they discover, to their mounting horror, that they're locked inside with no normal little girl. Number 2. Exuma is a South Korean supernatural horror film. Exuma is a horror gem that demands your attention, despite its seemingly long runtime. Trust me, the payoff is worth every minute. The movie cleverly unfolds in distinct chapters, each packing its own mini-climax. This approach, rather than overwhelming us with a convoluted plot, allows for a detailed and engaging exploration of smaller stories. I found myself invested in every chapter, thanks to the intriguing mysteries woven into each one. The storytelling is top-notch, blending visual and narrative clues seamlessly, ensuring that even the casual viewer can follow along. What sets Exuma apart for me is its refreshing take on horror. Instead of relying on cheap jump scares, the film opts for atmospheric horror that keeps you on edge while pulling you deeper into the story. It's a balance of terror and curiosity that's executed brilliantly. Now, to be fair, there are moments where the narrative feels a tad disjointed, making it a bit challenging to follow. Yet, the film's redeeming quality lies in its refusal to bombard you with ghosts every second. It takes its time, allowing the story to breathe and unfold naturally. In the end, Exuma isn't just another horror flick. It's a journey that respects your time and delivers a story worth experiencing. So ignore the runtime concerns and let this movie grip you with its unique blend of chills and storytelling finesse. Number 1. Late Night with the Devil is a supernatural horror film. With his ratings plummeting, late-night talk show host Jack Delroy desperately needs a boost. After all, he's been chasing Johnny Carson's The Tonight Show starring Johnny Carson 1962 for too long. So to put his night owls back on the map, Jack comes up with an occult-themed 1977 Halloween special featuring a medium, a professional skeptic, a parapsychologist, and a satanic cult survivor. But some forces are beyond human comprehension, and as hair-raising incidents keep the audience on edge and viewers guessing, America is in for a nasty surprise for Sweeps Week the night Jack televised evil. If you liked the video, please subscribe to my channel, like and share the video. Thank you.